Hello, this is the Kenyan Siasa, and I'm your host, Jabali Odawa Nadawa. Dear folks of the Kenyan Siasa, yesterday, the immediate former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua made a post stating that we are united in our patriotic duty to liberate our nation. We shall get this nation back on track together. God bless Kenya. He added, we have appointed Dr. Mukhisa Kituyi as the spokesperson and head of Secretariat of the United Opposition. Dear folks of the Kenyan Siasa, in this episode, we are sinking into some of the motives that drove the United Opposition to settle for Dr. Mukhisa Kituyi as its spokesperson and head of Secretariat. Number one, we have the issue of inclusivity. It is an open secret, it's conspicuous, that the fundamental building tenets of any Kenyan political movement normally arises from the various Kenyan ethnic blocks or regional blocks. In other words, the Kenyan politics is local. And right now, to a great extent, with your binoculars, if you look at the United Opposition, to a great extent, we can boldly say that it is more aligned to the Gamer Nation. And therefore, it was a wise move. It was ideal to settle for Mukhisa Kituyi, who doesn't come from the Gamer Nation or from the Gamer area or from the Gamer region, who comes from the Western Kenya, from Luya community, and to be specific, the Bukusu subtribe. As you know it well, among the subtribes of the Luya nation, Bukusu forms the largest unit among those subtribes. Therefore, for purpose of inclusivity and to create the national appeal image, it was very much ideal to settle for Dr. Mukhisa Kituyi as the head of the United Opposition Secretariat and also as its spokesperson. Another motive that could have driven this United Opposition to settle for Dr. Mukhisa Kituyi as its head of Secretariat and as its spokesperson is the issue of international appeal or international links. You know it very well that Dr. Mukhisa Kituyi is a diplomat par excellence. Dr. Mukhisa Kituyi has worked with the United Nations at a high bar level. And therefore, this translates to numerous international connections on his part. Right now, if you look at Rigathi Gachagua, I beg your pardon, if you look at Rigathi Gachagua, he doesn't have much of international connections because for a long time, he hasn't been an active politician. He was moderate, apart from moderate politics, doing his personal business here and there. Therefore, we can say boldly that he doesn't have much international appeal. On the other side, yes, Kalonzo has some international appeal, but considering the fact that there are higher chances that he is being considered among the forefront runners in this opposition, it was now, we are now left with Dr. Mukhisa Kituyi as one of the people in this grouping that has a high level international links. Therefore, it is very important because you know it very well that to a great extent, the international community normally have vested interests in each and every election of Kenya because Kenya is strategically positioned regionally in Eastern Central Africa, and most of their operations are done from Kenya. Even the United Nations normally operates from Kenya in its various operations in East and Central Africa. Therefore, the United Nations, the international community, and to be specific, the United States of America and the United Kingdom normally have vested interest in who is going to become the president of Kenya. And therefore, it is very, very ideal for you to settle for somebody who has a great expertise in international relations as your head of Secretariat for purpose of creating linkage, for purpose of creating a conduit that might act as an upper hand for you in your realization of winning the elections. Another issue that maybe drove this group to settle for Dr. Mukhisa Kituyi as its head of Secretariat and spokesperson is political expertise. Mukhisa Kituyi is not a new name in the political corridors. He has been an MP previously, and again, a minister in the government of former President Mwai Kibaki, the late. Again, Dr. Mukhisa Kituyi was actively engaged in the second liberation of Kenya, the fight for multipartyism around in the early 90s, 1992. Therefore, he comes with good political experience. And this position requires somebody who has a proper, coherent, tangible political background for him to give a good delivery, for lack of better words. And finally, we have the issue of funds. The person that is given the position of political secretary at the head of any political movement secretariat should be somebody who has a superb prowess with regards to mobilization, with regards to creating linkages. And this Dr. Mukhisa Kituyi has demonstrated in various assignments that he has been given in numerous positions that he has held in his various career backgrounds. Dear folks of the Kenyan Siasa, we reached the halt of this episode. For those of you who are subscribed to our YouTube channel, the Kenyan Siasa, we're humbled, we're glad, thank you. And for those of you who are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, the Kenyan Siasa, we beseech you to show us some love by subscribing, then hit on the notification bell to get notified whenever we upload content. Until next time, I'm Jabali, Odawa, and Adawa. Bye-bye.